Kia ora everyone, welcome to today's kōrero. So we're here at the centre, and we've got free cooking class happening at the moment. So we have got some support from the New Zealand, the Nutrition Foundation of New Zealand. They've given this program the go ahead, and so our first night is tonight. So you're going to have a backseat pass on what's happening here at the centre. So we've got 12 participants 12 people here to take part in the course, and so we are going to give you a little bit of a show on everything that's happening. So, in saying that, I will put you on the screen. So that's everybody at the moment that is here for the course. It's going to be run for over 8 weeks, and over those 8 weeks they are going to be having a few cooking classes in regards to certain things that are happening. So we're pretty thankful for the support of the community in regards to this. What else? What I'll do is we'll keep you posted very shortly when they start cooking. They're just discussing some of the health and safety of the cooking. But yes, very thankful for the people that are here for the cooking class tonight. What we'll do is we'll take you for a little roam and have a look at some of the stuff that is out there. So, comfy.
Within 2 hours, refrigerated within 30 minutes, and 20 hot doors on the fridge, hot food in the fridge, came to an so within 30 minutes, you've got those 2 hours, and the fridge, and cool it down. And this is because, you see this little diagram here, this tells you at what temperatures bacteria grow. So above 100 bacteria, below zero bacteria just grow. So fridge, below 5 degrees bacteria won't grow. So your fridge should be between 2 and 4, and the freezer around about 9 to 18. So you've got a danger zone which is between 5 and 60. So if you leave your chicken on the bench, it drops to 65 frozen, and those bacteria start to weaken. So it goes in the fridge, you're not going to use it. Okay? I think that's about it. Do not if you froze the food and you defrost it, don't refreeze it. If you cook it, you can. So if you bring your chicken out frozen, defrost it, roast it, and you're not going to eat it, you pick your chicken, put it in your freezer, refreeze it. But never refreeze something that hasn't been cooked. Have to cook it first. A lot of people don't know that, so quite often I do that. You know, if you go to the supermarket sometimes and they've got cooked chickens that are on special, so at the end of the day, I can often buy them up to take them home, pick all the chicken nuggets in the freezer, and then I can just take them out and add them to dishes, and that's actually fine to do. It's a good cook. Okay? So, this is the last bit before we get cooking. That wasn't too bad, was it? I'm just going to do a little bit about the best before dates and the use by dates and the baked on and the things they write on the packaging is confusing. So the best before date means best before. If you eat it before that date, that's going to taste better. After that date, it might not taste quite the same. Some of the flavour might have been lost, the colour might have been lost, but it doesn't mean you can't eat it. And shops are allowed to sell food that's past its best before date. So best before just means if you eat it before that days back when it's at its best doesn't mean you can't eat it afterwards. So how do you decide whether you should eat it or not? Well, you use your senses. When my grandparents were growing up, they didn't have best before dates on something. If the milk smelled bad, they didn't drink it. If the cheese had mould on it, they might cut it off. If the bread, yeah, my guys might eat that. If the bread had mould on it, they didn't eat it. So, what I say, if it's hairy, don't eat it. If it smells, don't eat it. And if it tastes funny, don't eat it. Okay, so that's your best before. So your best before doesn't mean you can't eat it. It means it's just not going to be as good as it was before. Now the use by date. This is usually on things like fish, meat, deli product. You shouldn't eat it after the use by date. Now baked on, I haven't seen that in this country much. So you might have a loaf of bread and it says baked on Monday the 7th of June. That means you can eat it within, it has to be eaten within 7 days. But I have to say, sometimes you kept bread for 7 days if the mold's bad. If it's got mould on it, don't eat it. So it's the use by date that you've got to be careful about. So there's a few other little rules. Always follow the storage instructions on the packaging. So if it says eat within 3 days of opening, then eat within 3 days of opening. Be extra careful if you're pregnant, if you are immune compromised, if you're going through chemotherapy, or if you have immune suppression disease, or if you're elderly or feeding young children, just be a little bit careful. To extend the life of food, you can freeze it before the use by date. Okay, so again, another good tip, I often go around the bargain section, you know, in some of the supermarkets, and you find things that are coming to the end of their use by dates. Tie them up and freeze them. There's nothing wrong with them, and freezing them will store those nutrients in a good state so you can use them another time. Do not refreeze defrosted food, but you can refreeze defrosted food that's been cooked. So if chicken has been defrosted and cooked, you can freeze it. Yogurt. How do you know if yogurt is okay to eat? It will separate out, and you can just mix it in. Again, if it smells bad, if it's got mould on it, if it's got hair on it, don't eat it. Tins. Do tins last forever? Right, they reckon they can last 60, 70 years, tins. But if they've got dints in them, then that can mean they've got sharp bits and can introduce bacteria. So try not to buy tins with dints in them. A lot of them are off on cheap, but yeah, it's not a good idea because it can introduce bacteria into the food. Eggs. How do we know when eggs are ready? Do you all know that? Yeah. Oh no, I've got some eggs over there. I was going to show you. I know that my sister's got chickens, and she kept saying to me, I keep cracking these eggs open and they stink. I said, why don't you test them? She didn't know. So I guess you only know what you know. So I brought my eggs, and I brought 2 lots. I want to go get them. I will see what. So there's 2 eggs that I've just brought here, and there's 2 eggs that I've had in the kitchen for a while. So we're going to see what they do. I'm not going to tell you which is which. See what that one is. Oh, no, it's the same. That's the same. Well, that's amazing. Okay, that one's got a use by date on. Best before date, sorry. Best before. What does it say? Oh no, it's just a number. Okay, so an egg that has gone off will float. I was expecting these to float halfway, and that's okay. It's when they float properly. Sometimes they'll start to stand up on their end, and that's just as they're getting older. If they float completely, don't eat them. But eggs last a long time. So I'm amazed we've had these about 2 weeks. Thought they might start to float, but they haven't. So that's how you test the eggs. But they do have a best before date on. So I've just bought these today, and I saw the best before date. Best before the 11th of June. Well, I'll tell you, they'll be still great by that time. Okay, so today, what are we going to cook? I decided we're going to do 2 fairly quick things, because we've got an hour and a half, so we don't have the time for it yet. So, we are going to cook a minestrone soup, which is really, really quick and easy. It can also be frozen. My kids eat it, so it's got to be all right. And you can do it with really simple ingredients. So it is in your cooking, yeah. But these are written, I think they're really good portion size. So I printed it out here, so you can make notes if you want. So what does it say? You got the minestrone soup. I've changed it. I always do change things a little bit. So the ingredients are 1 tablespoon of olive oil, no, it's in your cookery book. Yeah. So this is our soup table over here. I'm not sure I have. There we go. There we go. Okay, so they've got 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I put 1 tablespoon of olive oil. If you need any more for frying, a little tip. I just put 1 to start in, and it starts to stick to water. Don't need to be lots of oil. 2 tablespoons of garlic. I just say a clove is a teaspoon. Sorry, 2 teaspoons. I say a clove is a teaspoon. So I've given there's some out on the bench here. 1 small onion. I've changed this to, they say half a tin. Oh, they changed it, okay. Alright, well I've changed the recipe here. I've got 1 tin of tomatoes, I don't know how much this does, and I've got 3 cups of vegetable stock. Yep. 1 teaspoon of mixed herbs, a 1/4 cup of dried pasta, a cup of frozen vegetables, and 1 tin of kidney beans, and 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice. So you might want to change your recipe. The Parmesan cheese is optional. I had some in my cupboard, so I brought it, so we can put that on top. The second recipe we're going to do, we're making quite a lot, we're double, tripling some of these recipes. They've only just sent me these, and usually we do just 2 servings. So the other recipe you should have is this one here. Okay, so the roast sweet potato and carrot salad. So this is one of my recipes. It's exactly the same as the one on the bench. What we need to do first is get those carrots and sweet potato chopped and in the oven, because they take 20 minutes. Okay, I don't peel my carrots. You just send them with Jasmine, she'll wash them. It's good fibre, don't bother peeling them. I do peel them. So you can peel your kumara, and we've got some bags to put the peels in. So you can do that there. So the directions are on here. So we're going to split you into groups. We've also got bread to butter and chicken to pick. Now I'm not going to throw the chicken carcass away. The carcass will be back with me because I'm making bone broth next week. We don't throw away anything. Don't throw away anything. Okay, so let's have we have one group doing some soup here. So we've got soup and soup, but it's all going in the same pot. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, so we'll have 3 of you here and 2 of you here. And do you want to complete the salad with you too? Yeah.
What shall we show?
Okay. So yeah, spread yourself out. So.
Okay, what should I do in the kitchen if you want?
Yeah.
I'll talk you through the soup. Oh yeah, do you want to wash your hands first? Wash your hands now and then I'll talk to you.
Oh, pretty.
Yeah, have you got any washing?
Yep.
Yeah. You might be able to come show
Yeah, I think so. Hey, I think so. Oh, it might be. There's some detergent. That'll do. Hey. Yeah. So there's something.
Okay. This table, you want to start, what you can start doing is peeling the curate. What we're doing is wash them. I just peel them and I wash them.
These don't just need washing.
They just need washing. Yeah. So you can peel the kumara, wash the carrots, and chop them. Now chop them into small bite sizes. Okay, so about 1 centimetre cubes. Remember when you were learning maths at school? They had a little wooden block. It's about that size. Okay, who's over this side?
Yeah, that wasn't that long ago.
Well, 2 here and 2 there. Yep. This person is making. These 2 people are making 2 more people. Well, let's just do 1 each. So you get 1 here and 2 there. So, first thing, now,
We do here, Father. We've just got to peel the kumara. These have to be washed, our carrots. I see one's just standing here.
I'll show you one thing, when you don't cut the end off, because that's where your eyes will start to water. Okay, this is just my tip.
But you can cut it in half.
You can cut it in half.
if
Yeah.
you have a wet cloth around, if you get really teary, it tends to stop it. So I cut the
Yeah.
little sections this way, and that keeps your pieces nice and small.
I'm guessing we have to spicy name.
Choose it.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Have I got the right knife? She's got a nice big knife.
We've got the containers that we cut. We have a bag.
Okay. I'm waiting for you to chop your carrot.
Right.
Is this alright? Or a little bit?
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Stick them in the bowl.
Can I borrow the brief?
Yes, you can.
These are perfect size, aren't they?
Knives.
These are perfect sizes.
We just got Chef Ramsay here.
Yeah, chef.
Sous Chef. Shoot over, Chef.
Not fish. Okay. So that's going all right over here.
Thank you, chef.
We're going to put them in our bag.
It isn't very sharp. Oh, that's better.
Yummy.
Just like a chef. Oh, everyone loved the food Saturday night time. Oh, yeah. They said it was delicious. I was going to stop talking about it. You look at I was like, don't ever go here. Yeah. There's another one coming. July, hey? I heard. Are you hosting that one too? Or? Yeah. Is we'll talk about it later. 94. 94? What we doing here, kids?
We're about to crush the garlic.
About to crush garlic.
Just finished chopping the onions.
Chopping onions here, people. Very nice.
Are you going to use that one? I'll show you how to use this one. Do you want to use this one? You just stick it on and then you just push it down and turn it. Oh, why not? Can't have too much garlic, can you? There you go. That's it. It's
all going in one box.
It's all going in one pot.
Need to do that. I don't know.
Let me show you. You right? Yeah, just keep going like this and it will eventually crush.
You would think for coffee you would be making it look easier there.
It's not the easiest garlic.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
That's
you're
it.
right.
So yeah, you just there you go. And then if you move it away from the teeth, you can get it out really quickly. Yes, so you don't like that garlic.
So Jane, how long does it take to cook this particular
It
soup?
takes about 10 minutes.
10
About
minutes.
10 minutes once we get going. Yes,
Okay. And so we are cooking quite a big bowl, aren't we? So
we are.
how many people would you think this will?
Yeah, this is going to cook up at least 8 of us. If you at least 8, but we're having 2 courses today, so we're only having a smallish bowl of soup, because we've got salad and chicken afterwards.
Right.
But yes, I mean, if you had 8 people, it'd be reasonable.
Cost-wise, how much would this whole meal that we're cooking tonight?
It's pretty reasonable. Let me have a think. If we're cooking for 4, I think we are looking around 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Probably about $2 a portion, if that.
Here we go. $2 a portion, people.
And actually, after that, you've still got vegetables left. You know, you've still got OXO cubes left. Often I don't just buy 2 onions, so
Yeah.
you'd have onions left. Obviously, I bought garlic. I bought a whole thing of garlic, so you've got some herbs left.
So you've got quite a few things left over.
You've got your pasta left. So
Yeah.
you know, it's minimal. It's really minimal.
Cool.
Right. Okay. We'll put the onions in there and the oil in there.
So what are we doing here?
I'm making the sauce here for the vegetables.
Okay.
3 tablespoons.
And is it half onion in each one?
3 tablespoons of olive oil.
Must be.
Can you see the oil?
Oil, yeah.
Oh, no, I think it's gone down there. That's all right.
Oh, the virgin olive oil. Here's after you, please.
That's nice.
About 2-3 minutes.
You grab that oil off kids.
How are we doing that?
Yeah, we're doing it. Yeah, she's just coming with it.
Okay. Oh, we need to put it in here. Oh, yeah, put it in here. Okay, so what you need to add to the.
Can you put
This is
1.5 mixture? So I am making, same with our food over here, curry. Now this is, look at that, got the number on it. 1 teaspoon. We're going to put half a teaspoon of maple syrup all over the place. And this is half. And Tan, what are you doing?
I got the onions because I was standing around before.
Yeah.
Now I got the onions.
What we need to do is get these potatoes and carrots onto the
Vinegar, one
Okay, so we've got
tablespoon. So we need 1
allspice.
tablespoon of vinegar.
Your spice.
Yeah, vinegar here.
Allspice. How much?
1 tablespoon. I'm going to pour that in there. Pour that in.
Allspice.
1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, which is Dijon mustard. That's what that looks like. Mustard in colour. We are needing 1 teaspoon. Thin it out. I like to thin it out. I like to thin it out.
Use your hands to get in there. Look, spices in the oil.
Yeah. We'll put the lid back on there.
Okay.
Then we are going to do 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Is that tablespoon?
It's a table. 3 tablespoons, yeah.
Of olive oil. Wow, tablespoon. That's a big one. So we want the olive oil. That's the extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin.
Get in there with your hands.
So we're going to get 3 of those.
It'll mix up, yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Jasmine?
And then shake to combine. 3 seconds. So we're going to put the lid on. Shake.
Look for the onions. Let's eat later.
Good shake, boys. It should look like this. Oh, wonderful.
I think it's just for punishment.
There we go. Did you put your one in there?
Oh no, that's what
After? Oh, we won't even go there. Look at this one. What's she doing over here?
I've just put the salt and pepper, the allspice and the oil in. That's
Nice.
just the coat out there using the liquid.
Cool.
I might just add a little bit more
How
oil.
long does these veggies take to cook?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
So they're going into the oven at what's the temperature for the oven?
200 degrees.
Oh, nice. Oh, Chili. There we go. There we go.
Have a sheet here.
Very cool. Very cool. Pete. That's why I was thinking. I was going. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What are you doing here?
Was that 3 cups?
Yeah. So it's 3 cups, 3 of these.
Yep.
So we'll go get some more ones.
So I'll put some materials with it.
There's a big jug in there, Kaz.
And dry.
So what are you doing?
Well, I'm stirring onions, waiting for the onions to get
Are we just
soft.
doubling it, please?
Yeah. So there's 2 tins of tomatoes. Is it 2 tins of tomatoes? 1 tin of tomatoes?
Yes. Recipe.
Oh, so it'll be 1 tin of tomatoes.
Right, you need.
Look at that, people. So even the mess is clean. Nothing is left.
Now, dried dill's cheaper. I will try the recipe next week with dried dill, see what it's like, and report back to you. So there's your dill, there's your spinach. So you're using all the spinach, all of it. Yeah, because you're doing twice the recipe. Yeah. So you're doing twice as much, so all the spinach as well, and all the greens better.
Okay.
No, that can just go straight into the bowl. Yeah.
in the bowl, guys.
So this is part of the salad, is it?
Yes.
Right.
We have the whole thing. Here's the dill.
Stuff's so good.
You can do this with fresh vegetables.
So finely diced, or
Yeah, we're going to cut that up in little.
there's some avocado. Now, is avocado still in season though?
Yes, yeah.
There?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just pop them out and pop it open. What's this for outside?
And do you need to cut up the feta? Dice up the feta?
Yeah. So we're going to put half of that in the other bowl, but the other bowl needs washing. Yeah, give me a bit of space. Oh, look at that chocolate. That's very impressive.
That is very
Yeah, that's
We've only got
good.
one avocado. Avocados, we didn't have to share it. Because just because of the price of avocados at the moment, they are a little bit expensive.
They are, right.
I know, well, they keep going up and down.
They are
They were
expensive.
$2.50.
It's impressed with my children.
Yeah, it looks good.
Your dicing is very impressive.
Very
Tam.
nice.
Look at those lovely red onions. Now my question is, why are they called red onions but they're purple?
Good point.
Yeah.
And the guys are here.
That's actually a good
You
point.
see now? They're finely chopped. Put
That might be a
on.
question that we have to eat.
So are we going to mix it all in one bowl and keep that the
Oh, walnut.
Actually, you can ask them and bring it back to class next week on that question, because I think our viewers would want to know that too.
sultanas, oh, more chocolate. Should we just put it all in the one bowl and then separate it into the two bowls later?
Yeah, yeah, I think.
I think just clean it all anyway. But yeah.
And this is the pita.
Very
Oh,
nice.
yes. Oh, too late, I'll start.
Yeah, how much pizza? A lot.
Well, you might as well.
So this is going to be
So if we put them in here?
Just have a bowl.
biscuits. Oh, where are you? Biscuits crumbled up.
Yeah, even,
We can put it in.
yeah, crumpled up.
Yeah.
That'd be nice on the top, eh? I love feta, and I like the feta when it's in the toasted sandwich. With a bit of phyllo pastry, just saying. Just toss it in that one, and then toss it in that one. There you go, half and half. There you go. Actually, that'd be alright just in the one. That's a big enough. Yeah.
All the veggies, put all the veggies.
Oh, yeah, true. That's right. The veggies is still to come. Anyone would think I knew what I was doing.
Oh, what are you doing?
Yes, that just
We're waiting for the meal. Good.
You're tossing from bowl to bowl.
Yes.
Tossing the salad.
So you've got your
Is that
walnuts to
personal?
go in and your raisins to go in.
Cutting.
how much raisins do you put in?
I think it's only a
How many walnuts? Walnuts, yeah, no.
quarter of a cup.
Quarter of a cup?
Yeah.
And now with the walnuts, do you chop them up a bit more?
I chop them
or-
up a little bit more because it just spreads them out a little bit.
Okay.
I hope that we can crumble enough.
That's brilliant, yes.
So the salad that we're just making now, Jane, give us a price range on this one.
Oh, goodness. It depends if you have all your
Ingredients.
if you've already got olive oil and all your other things in your cupboard, and if the avocados are in season, you're probably looking around about it's for $4, isn't it? So probably about $4.
Can we use other ingredients in our cupboard? So if we don't have extra olive oil
Yeah.
itself.
I mean, the maple syrup you can change to honey. You don't have to use maple syrup. You don't need to use balsamic vinegar. You can use white vinegar, so which is obviously a bit cheaper. The Dijon mustard. This was actually quite reasonable, but if it's expensive, you can use any mustard really. The avocado, if it's not in season, you don't need to use it. Nuts, you could use any nuts. You don't have to use walnuts. And obviously, the walnuts were cheap. They were cheaper than the other nuts, so we chose walnuts. You don't need to use spinach. You can use any leafy greens, but I just like the taste of spinach. I like the fact that it holds its shape quite well. Raisins are optional. You can use cranberries if you want to, but the cranberries are obviously a bit more expensive than the raisins, so we stuck to raisins. The dill, as I was saying before, fresh herbs are quite expensive. You can use dried herbs. I haven't tried this recipe with the dried dill yet, but I'm going to do that next week so I can report back. And I have got how much you substitute dried for fresh on the recipe.
Right.
You grow your own dill?
I do, but I'm not going to let it. My dill turned pink. I don't know why it turned pink.
So this is the result.
Just lining for our vegetable.
And then, so in here goes the roasted kumara and carrot.
Yes.
And then the contraption that you guys made with that
Yeah.
will go over the top of it. Is that once the kumara goes in and the
At the end, eh?
Yeah, that's the end of it.
the fine dicer here. She's diced everything so perfectly tonight.
Tastes good. Tastes good too.
You know that I wanted to have a good taste there. So I might have to add a bit of brown sugar to give it a little bit of a sweetness.
It's fine. So, if you're in a real bad rush, that's great. If you're in a real bad rush, you can buy a pre-cooked chicken. Obviously, it's time for chicken. This wasn't intended necessarily wholemeal. I would probably have soup and bread for lunch and salad and chicken for dinner. So there's a chicken here, and what we need to do is get all of the meat off it. And then I'm going to take away the carcass and I'm going to make bone broth out of it. Bone broth. I'll give you a little bit of let on bone broth.
You make it sound very carcassy.
So, we just need to get the chicken out, it's a bit cold, and we're going to strip it down. If we take the skin off, I give it to the dog, although I do really like skin. I know.
Not tonight.
So the fat sits in the skin. It's not so nice when it's cold anyway, it's better when it's crispy. So whoever wants to pick the chicken, and then we just need to butter some bread. I'll get you the chicken. I think I'm getting the chicken. Hands on plastic. Yeah, just washes all that off.
So you just want to.
So we could find a big pasta, excuse my things. Don't leave.
Al dente?
I like it al dente, it's a bit hard still, but we know we've got a little bit more time while we cook things, so I'll give it another couple of minutes before.
So when do you add the beans? Right at the end? So they don't get mushy?
Yeah, well, I was asking why we had to wash them.
Oh yeah, why do you have to wash
Because
them?
there's like rice, there's a starch around them.
That's very.
Do you know how you wash your rice?
Yeah.
Okay, must be the same.
Hey, no, I don't.
Oh,
I don't do. I don't cook. I do cook, but.
Let's put the 2-minute one in the microwave.
Or do they last longer in the fridge?
No, I don't think it makes any difference. I used to store mine in the fridge, but we use a lot of eggs. My son eats a lot of eggs, and we can't fit them all in the fridge, so I got some fruit on the outs. These are all good out of the fridge. I've got them.
Okay, what are we doing here? Oh, the kumara, that's right. There's some takeaway containers there too. That's a good idea, eh? What? Using frozen vegetables.
So much cheaper.
But I don't know. I would use like stir fry vegetables. I'm not really much of vegetables.
I try to do vegetables.
That's stir fry vegetables. Got a bunch of, they were meant to go right in at the end. Alright.
No, add vegetables, beans, and lemon juice.
Okay.
2 teaspoons. So 3 tablespoons of lemon juice.
Does get early. Actually, looks really early.
It smells really yummy too. You can smell it through the screen. Oh, it smells divine. So we're putting in
Lemon juice.
Lemon juice. So 2 tablespoons.
3.
3 tablespoons. Oh, plus it's a bigger mix.
Citrus. There you go. Citrus.
Oh, it's an anime.
So how it just cooks for a bit longer?
3 more minutes, I reckon. Until heated through, and then season with salt and pepper as necessary.
And that's why this is really good.
That's so quick and easy.
You should never be making just enough for one meal. You cook once, you eat twice. Okay? So you make double of everything. So you can stick some in the freezer. So when you come home and you're really tired and you think, I can't bother cooking and I just want to go and get takeout, you just have something out of the freezer and it's already there. It's very, it is, I know, when everyone's tired, when they come home, just don't feel like cooking, it's really difficult.
Yeah.
It's very tempting to just go and get something from the
So true.
takeout. So yeah, I have frozen this soup and it's been fine.
Very good idea.
So yeah, cook once, eat twice. Yeah.
And so,
Yes.
so like when you freeze it, how long do you put the date of when you cooked it on? Or?
Not usually because things don't last that long in my house. So
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I just make sure you're continually turning over your freezer. And things last quite a long time
Yeah.
anyway. You know, and we just don't. Yeah, we just eat it.
Yep.
Usually the next week or the week after.
Yep.
We
So the chicken bones
Yep.
you are going to
Okay.
use.
Yep. So the chicken bones I'm going to make broth out of, bone broth out of, which is slightly different to stock. Stock isn't, and all the skin and everything. I've got another one in my freezer. Every time we eat a chicken, I freeze the carcass, and then when I've got enough carcasses, I put them into my crock pot. I cover them with water and a tablespoon of vinegar. The vinegar helps pull out all the goodness out of the bones, and I actually slow cook it on low for sometimes 2 days. If the water goes too low, I'll add a little bit more. And the difference between bone broth and stock is you're getting all the goodness out of the bones. It's not just the flavour. So you've got your collagen going in there, and it's actually very good for your digestive system as well. I've got some notes that I'll bring on bone broth next week. But it's a really nice drink in the winter. You know, if you don't want to have coffee or tea,
have some bone broth. It warms you up, and it's just really quite nice. And again, you can freeze it, and you can still use it the same way as stock. So you can add it to your soups and things like that.
Very cool.
Yeah, I tend to freeze it in small portions, but to be honest, Jasmine really loves it. She like bone broths. Yeah. So if it's cooking, it's quite often being eaten as it's cooking. As it's cooking, doesn't always get to the soup very well.
So we've got the soup. What's it called? Mediterranean soup in there. And have you put the pasta in already? It doesn't look like there's much here. Oh, okay. So there's pasta in there as well. So everyone's looking. Saving the dog. So, Auntie Josie is Mum's sister. Yeah. So, Tan is Nunu Millie's banana.
Did you do this? This is the shape of it. Yeah.
The one that we've been waiting for, people.
Yeah, I've got you some spices to take home, so you can decide which spices you like. Just a little bit of each, so you can try this at home. I've got your recipe. Okay, and we'll just go and get the other one. And we are nearly ready for
the salad, eh? What a fancy salad.
So you're going to give it a toss around?
Yes.
Yeah. And then you're going to add the seasoning on the top, I'm assuming.
Oh,
look at
I
that.
can smell it.
So now you're going to toss your salad with your salad dressing.
You got your salad dressing?
It's in little jars.
A little jar here. Yeah.
One there.
Yeah. This is what we prepared earlier. And we have the mustard Dijon mustard, and we have vinegar. And it's the maple syrup here. We started with this maple syrup. We add a bit of olive oil here, and the Dijon mustard. And we're going to toss it in here. Bon appetit. Oh. Yeah. We've got to toss that salad in there. You can smell it. It smells fantastic.
So, Fana, this is a vegetarian option that you can have it for lunch, breakfast,
It smells
dinner,
great.
snack.
Already I feel like I've lost weight.
That's only because we're looking at it, not eating it.
Oh, here we go. Give it a bit of a mix. Is this for both? Or not just that one's already.
I just finished that.
Salt and pepper. This one.
Yeah.
That's quite vinegary.
The bread done.
Oh, look at all the clubs. It's
And this is what we've got planning. We're going to the club.
This is something new on the menu.
We're going to put this one on the menu
Yeah.
for the concert.
We're going to put this on the menu at the 6 o'clock, so.
Very recipe that
Great. What?
Right. Shall we cut off soup first and then come back? Cut off bread. Yeah, this is going on the side of the salad. Okay.
With
Just
the
can you
salad,
take
you can add it to your salad.
of some soup? Okay.
or add it to your soup. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Salt and pepper here. I've put a bit in, okay, but yeah. Now, anybody got high blood pressure people who's been watching their salt intake?
that's not a question you asked here, James. E hoa whakapai nei nei kai he oranga mati tēnā nā whangai mātou wairua ki te tau, wairua tapu, ake ake, amine!
I'm glad you do that with my anti-facts.
Alright.
One day I will. I will do it on my own.
Thank you.
Yeah, a little bit of Parmesan cheese.
Bon appetit, Bano.
Help yourself to.
Yum.
And whatever's left over, whānau, we've got some containers to pick it
Many
up.
people haven't got soup. Yeah, we might need to clean the table. Okay. Josie?
Let's see if
There you go, darling. How does it taste, Trina?
Beautiful.
Yeah,
I don't have salt in there. I thought I'll try it without the salt, and it's perfect.
good.
Delicious. Yum.
How's that time?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you like it again?
Yeah, I think I would.
And so apparently it only takes 10 minutes to make, so. And look, you made, you got, yeah. You guys made 2 recipes in less than a half an hour. I'm fine with you. Yeah,
Absolutely delicious.
that's good. That
Delicious.
is so good.
So healthy. Right.
Yeah, what's that?
So that's us whānau. That's the class for tonight. They're just going to have a kai now and enjoy what they cook. So that was 2 meals that they cooked tonight, and what I'll do is post it up onto this page for everyone to see. But in saying that, have a great night, enjoy what you're doing, and may continue to be a blessing. Ka kite anō whānau.